Hello, everyone. Welcome to my new video series, Ask Faith. So, what happened is that I recently opened up to my email newsletters, my subscribers, and offered them the opportunity to ask me any questions. Just send me their questions via email, and then I'll get back to them and send them a response through my newsletters. But I realized that, like, for this particular question, it's much easier to actually show you with a screen share and through a video as compared to just typing out the words, and therefore this video. So welcome to this video lesson. Like I said, it's a new series under Ask Faith. Okay. The question that someone has actually sent me is this: if I want to create a printable for Halloween, how would I know how to niche down on what to design? Should I go for cute or bold designs, or what kind of color schemes should I use? And should I offer different color or design variations? Now, before we dive into that, if you are watching this video on the first time, coming to my YouTube channel for the first time, I am Faith Lee from faithspaceacademy.com. And on my website, you will be able to find various commercial use templates that you can just rebrand, customize, and then resell as your own. Okay. You can also find various design and online marketing courses. And I also run business coaching programs, including one-to-one business coaching as well as group coaching services. Okay. Now, to sum up, the long question that we have actually just seen is essentially asking, how do you actually decide what kind of digital products to create, right? This would be a good summary of the detailed question. So in order to answer that, I would need to bring you to Google. So our friend here was just asking us about specifically using the example of creating Halloween printables, right? So how can she decide what to create, what kind of designs, what kind of style, and stuff like that. So in all honesty, the easiest way to kind of help you decide, or in the process of actually doing your research, is actually to go to google.com. Well, after all, Google is like our new best friend, right? When we look for solutions to our problems or answers to our questions, we typically will default to Google these days. So perhaps we can just go to google.com and search for Halloween printables. Okay, sometimes if you just have a very broad and vague idea, it is good to actually start Googling and try to narrow down the long tail keyword in the process. Okay, so we're just looking at Halloween printables, and you see that right now, you see that there's this search volume here, and we've got this trend data here. And this is because I am actually, I do use keywords everywhere. It's a Chrome extension. You can get like 10,000 credits for just $10, which is really, really affordable. And then it will just install the Google Chrome extension, and you'll be able to see all these statistics that will help you with your keyword research. Okay. So what I did was I just put in a very, very broad keyword, Halloween printables, and you see that the top of the search are actually images of Halloween printables. So then it's easy for you to actually see what kind of Halloween printables there are. So let's take a look, view all. So we see some, these look like some coloring pages. We've got coloring pages, we've got word search, we've got masks, and this one, this Happy Halloween here, free Halloween printables for mummiesbymummy.com. This is actually my website. So I'm actually ranking here under images. And then you would see other types like this one, looks like some kind of gift tags. And we've got decorations, wall art, banners and activities and different things like that, right? We've got I Spy, word search, and all that. So you see that actually, even just for Halloween, there are so many different types of printables that you can create, which is great news, which also means that you can literally create any type of printable for this one, right? Now, but how about if we just want to zoom in? So I'm seeing like different types of gift tags, right? We want to talk about design. Our friend here was asking, how do you decide on the design, whether it's bold or cute, or what kind of color scheme should I use, right? So let's focus on gift tags. So now I'm going to change my search to Halloween printable gift tags. So here you see that we are just focusing on gift tags now, but even then there are so many different kind of designs. We've got white based ones, we've got very colorful ones, and we've got, cutesy ones with the very adorable graphics. So once again, there are the sky's the limit. You don't have to be restricted when it comes to designing. And in fact, what I would say is go for what you enjoy. Because if you are the one creating the product, then you have to enjoy the product creation process, right? So you want to also be able to have your own creative ideas, your preferences. So if anything, what you can do right now is firstly, we started with Halloween printables. We realized that there's so many different kind of Halloween printables that we can create. And then we zoomed in into Halloween gift tags. And even then we see that there are many different designs, different color scheme, but what you would notice is that there are a lot of orange, black, and purples, right? So that is like the Halloween color scheme. So if I were to narrow down even further, I want to lengthen my long tail keyword so that I can be more specific, which will help you with Google SEO. So now let's go for Halloween printable gift tags for kids and see what we can get. And I'm going back to all, so I'm not just looking at the images. And now you start seeing that, oh, there are actually shopping options. And still we have these images. And here we've got Pinterest. We've got this PJs and Paint. This looks like a blog. And then there's Etsy, and there's Teachers Pay Teachers and Tip Junkie. This looks like more like a blog as well. Madewithhappy.com. So you see that once again, there are so many different kind of Halloween printable gift tags for kids that you can create, right? So you can choose cutesy ones, colorful ones. You can have designs that, like this particular one, you have the same design all on one page. You can have one page with a few different designs. So once again, I would say it's up to you, okay? Just get some ideas and see what you like, because you have to enjoy the product creation process. If you're not into creating cutesy stuff, then of course, steer clear away from those. You can go for, let's say, vintage. So let's change this search again, and let's go for vintage Halloween gift tags. Okay, so now you see that the designs are different now. And if we were to just look at the image results, what we're seeing is we're still seeing quite a lot of cutesy stuff. And this one looks a little bit more scary, spooky, right? This is cutesy. This is more vintage. And this is also vintage. So overall, you would see that now that we have more specific in our search term, we do get the relevant searches popping up. But you are also seeing lots of cutesy ones, right? They are more probably geared towards children. So in this case, just based on a very rough research like this, I would say that there is demand for vintage, but yet there is not actually a lot of supply, which is why even these aren't really vintage, but yet they're ranking here. Okay, so if you want to create something that that is for vintage Halloween printable gift tags, just make sure that you have nice images as well. But because as you can see, the images will rank at the top of the search results, which means if you have lovely product images, if you're writing a blog post about vintage Halloween printable gift tags, and then you have nice images, you can pin those images, you can actually make use of having those images to rank on Google as well. Okay, now how about, let's say, spooky? And we will see, once again, even though I have spooky, I'm actually getting like images that look pretty cute and adorable. So this one is not very specific as well. And then you see the SEO difficulty 64 out of 100. Which is pretty similar to the kids one, but you would see here volume is 0 per month. So as compared to, let's try for kids, you will get actually larger volume for those. It also 0, but when we just look for Halloween printable gift tags, you would see that the volume is 480. So people are searching for Halloween printable gift tags, and that is definitely one of the main keywords you want to use in your blog title, in your pin title, in your product description. So, and then you want to use that and then just add variations based on the description. What kind of words will people search? What kind of words will people use when they're searching for the kind of design that you're looking at? Is it dark? Is it colorful? Is it cutesy? Is it adorable? Is it spooky? Is it vintage? Use those descriptive words to kind of add on to your long tail keyword to be more specific, so that it's more likely that your products or your content will actually rank on Google. Okay. Now, So let's get back to the specific question again here. So how do you know what to design? So basically, I know this might not be an answer that you're looking for, but you can literally design anything. Okay. I liken this question to somebody who wants to set up a fashion boutique, right? So what kind of clothes do I want to sell? So then you want to think of your target audience. Are you targeting at adults or kids, for example? Are you creating these Halloween gift tags for kids or for adults? Because the vintage designs are probably going to go well with adults, but not so well with the children, right? So you can start by thinking who you're creating this for. You can then decide on what your own preferences, right? Because like I mentioned, why did I talk about a fashion boutique? Because there are so many designs out there, right? We've got premium products, we've got the high-end brands, we've got the pocket-friendly ones, and yet there is demand for all of them. Right? We've got people who just want minimalist designs, just the black and whites. We've got people who want loud, gaudy designs. So there is demand, there is sufficient target audience for you. So what you really want to do is, what are you most passionate about, right? So now we've got people maybe creating clothes that are more using more eco-friendly materials, right? So you want to make sure that you are reducing waste and stuff like that. So you have that goal to actually help you decide what kind of product you want to create as well. So if you're talking about let's say you want to create something that is more user friendly, right? Let's say you're talking about planners now. Instead of creating printable planners, you're going to create digital planners that caters to people who are not going to print stuff out, but really just use them on their iPads, right? Versus somebody who wants to print something out, but very mindful of the ink, right? So now what you're going to do, you're going to create very minimalist designs. So think of your target audience, think of what you're passionate about, because you need to have the interest to actually create that specific product. So color scheme, you can go for the typical ones that are related to the seasons. Like we see Halloween, we are seeing purple, oranges, black, and white. If we're talking about Christmas, we're probably going to look at like the reds and the greens, right? So you can have the typical ones. You can also have variations because, well, it's better to have a variety to offer to your customers, right? But once again, it's up to you, okay? Think of what is already in the market, like you see, which means there's probably already existing demand. So you don't have to think too hard out of the box. Do what already works and just add in your own style and your own design and creativity, and you will be able to create a new design that people will love as well. And once again, you don't have to appeal to everyone in the world because it's not possible, right? All you need to do is appeal to other people who also have the same similar interests as you, right? If you're into floral designs, then you go ahead, create the floral stuff, and just people who love the floral designs will come flocking to you. If you're just into creating vintage designs, then go for that. If you're just into creating cutesy, adorable, bright and colorful stuff for children, then do that. Okay. So don't overcomplicate things. Don't think too hard. Find something and don't spend too much time on research as well, because otherwise you might just jump into the rabbit hole and then not actually move on to the actual product creation. So get some ideas, see something you like, and then ask yourself, how can you actually improve on that? What can you put in that will be unique to your own style and personality and still apply to appeal to someone who have similar interests as you? Okay. And of course, it's always great to offer different color designs and variations so that you have more products to sell. Okay, so that's it for this particular video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me via email, faith@faithsplitsacademy.com. And if you're specifically asking me to make use of this Ask Faith service, please feel free to include in your subject heading Ask Faith. And you're certainly welcome to join my Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/creating printables with Faith. And don't forget to like and subscribe our video. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. You can also ask me questions there and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And feel free to fish out your mobile phone, scan that QR code to get 20 digital product kickstart Canva templates for free. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you around.